Once upon a time, in a quaint little village, lived two brothers named Peter, 12, and Eric, 10. They were just like any other young boys. They were always curious, full of energy, and forever seeking new adventures. They loved to investigate new things and discover their own version of treasure. Their grandmother had instilled in them a passion for learning about the past. The boys often visited her, and she would share tales of ancient peoples and civilizations, great explorers, and remarkable inventions throughout time. She was able to paint a vivid picture in the boys' minds and increase their interest. One sunny morning, while playing in their grandmother's attic, they happened to stumble upon a mysterious chest hidden beneath a pile of old books and papers. The chest was about 1.5 feet wide by 3 feet long by 2 feet high. With wide eyes and eager hearts, they opened the chest. Inside was a peculiar contraption made of shiny metal that had buttons, switches, and dials, all shimmering with a seemingly magical soft blue glow. Eric's eyes widened in astonishment as he looked down on the intricate machinery. Also in the chest was an instruction manual, and they realized that they had discovered a remarkable device, capable of transporting people through time. Excitement filled their minds as they carefully read the manual. They learned that the machine could take them to different periods of time in history. Without hesitation, and without telling anyone, they decided to embark on a great adventure. With trembling hands, Peter lifted the small machine from the chest, and it magically unfolded itself into a small ball-like contraption. 2 small stools were in it, with controls on a dashboard in front of them. The siblings hopped into the machine and fastened their seatbelts. Peter activated the machine while Eric read out the instructions to him. He set the coordinates to the time of the ancient Egyptians and pressed the red button. As the machine began to whir and hum, the room suddenly filled with a bright rainbow of light, and when it subsided, they found themselves at the entrance of a magnificent pyramid that reached majestically into the sky in front of them. Excitement filled their hearts as they jumped out of the time machine and marveled at the wonders around them. The warm desert wind blew through their hair as they looked at hieroglyphics, temples, and all sorts of man-made wonders of this ancient civilization. They never wandered far away, as it seemed that their time machine was starting to gain interest from the local people. They quickly jumped back inside and left Egypt, setting the coordinates to the medieval era. They arrived in a bustling village and witnessed the hardships faced by the common folk. The streets were just dirt pathways, the people themselves seemed to be perpetually filthy, and a foul stench filled the air. Peter and Eric learned that basic survival comes from living with what you have and nothing more. Hope is eternal. Their journey took them to many more places, from Renaissance Italy, to the era of great explorers, to the Age of Enlightenment. Each adventure taught them valuable lessons about bravery, creativity, and the importance of understanding different people and their ways of life. They discovered the importance of empathy, tolerance, and the need to respect different cultures and beliefs. While trying to set the machine's controls for a return to their own time, Peter accidentally pressed the wrong button, which caused the machine to malfunction. It started to make strange clunking noises, and flashing sparks flew from the dashboard area. The boys found themselves transported to the future, a time where humanity had advanced in unimaginable ways. They landed in the middle of a very crowded marketplace filled with hundreds of people. They were all dressed in a variety of colors and styles, very vibrant and noticeable. Eric panicked and got out of the machine as Peter seemed to be frozen in place by what he was witnessing around him. People crowded around the machine and began to touch it as they asked questions like, "What's going on? Who are these boys and what is this machine, and where did this come from? Eric jumped back into his seat, afraid that the people might damage the machine in some way and prevent them from returning to their own time. He quickly shook Peter to his senses and they reprogrammed the machine as fast as they could. In the end, they were finally able to return to their own time. When they did return, they did with a renewed sense of purpose, eager to share their experiences with their friends and family. In the back of their minds, they were also hoping that they wouldn't get in trouble for using the machine. When they originally climbed in the time machine, it was 10:45 in the morning. Now, when they climbed out, it was only 10:46. They were only gone 1 minute, yet it seemed to them like it was hours. They told their grandmother about what that had found and what had happened to them. She simply smiled, knowing the machine would always keep them safe. She explained to the boys that what they experienced was, in fact, reality, but that they could never do it again. The machine only works for one person, or persons, for one time and one time only. Then it goes back into the chest for the next person to discover its unique talents. The boys frantically told everyone of what they had gone through, and they all listened in awe as the two boys recounted their extraordinary journey. Peter and Eric had not only traveled through time but also embarked on a journey of self-discovery and growth. They had learned that the lessons from the past could shape their own future, and that every individual has the power to make a difference. So, dear children, remember the sands of time and let your imagination take flight. Grab hold of every opportunity to learn, grow, and make the world a better place.